Hi, welcome to Doris. In case if you're new here, my name is Doris, and I'm a mom of four that's in nursing school, and I'm starting the second semester in 3 days. This is gonna be a Playing with Me Nursing Edition video. I'm gonna show y'all how my planner looked last semester and how my planner is. I'm hoping to look this semester. One of the things I'm going to change from my first semester to my second semester is that I am going to be writing a lot of my material down. I realized it like maybe in the last month of my first semester that when I take the time to actually write everything down with my hands, I retain that information way better than just reading out loud. The second thing is listening to it. I retain information. So listening to Level Up RN video or recording myself and replaying it in the car instead of listening to music has helped me a lot retaining information. So this semester, that is how I'm going to study. I'm going to focus on just writing it down and listening to it instead of just focusing on reading a lot of book material, like the huge textbook. That doesn't work for me because I get very bored easily. If you are going to take one thing away from this video at all, is please, 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 if you're going to nursing school, you need to get some kind of planner. You can even use Google Calendar, which is free, or you can just go to Dollar Tree and spend like $1.25 on a planner because you need to be able to manage all the assignments, your simulation lab, your clinicals, the project and group project, and everything nursing school throw at you. You need to be able to manage that better. And if you're a mom, I'm 35 years old, I forget stuff. I'm not going to remember everything. So having a hard copy and writing things down just helped me a lot through nursing school. Second thing, if you can afford it, I recommend you get an iPad. I know I'm not a Apple person, I'm an Android person, but I have an iPad and now I have an iPhone, and because it's just easy to transfer information back and forth. And the iPad has been amazing for nursing school. I have instead of taking book of stuff with me, like notebooks, my clinical banner, I have put everything on my iPad. This is my clinical banners that I was given by the school, and it had papers in there. It's not chunky because I'm not using the paper. They have one of each copy, and you make copies for however you need. And I needed a lot because I was doing a lot of clinicals and a lot of group shift and things like that. And see how wide this banner is? Okay, this is my backpack that I use for clinicals in school. I don't have 2, 3 backpack. I'm very minimalistic. I don't like buying multiple things. So that is the backpack I use, and it was gifted to me by one of the nurses at my job. And it's a very cute backpack. It works for what I need it. But when I do put this in there, I don't have any space to put food in my backpack. And it's 13-hour shift. Okay, I know it says 12-hour shift, but it's not because you get there early, you leave late, and you don't leave until your preceptor leaves. So I end up working 13 and a half hours, usually days. And I need to be able to eat. Two, I'm broke. I'm not going to be spending money in a cafeteria every day and going to Chick-fil-A to eat. I can't afford that. And I eat very healthy. I don't eat a lot of junk food, so I need to be able to have and have the energy for them. So my backpack, I use it to put a lot of food in it, and then I transfer all my stuff digitally and have it on my iPad. See, it just fit in the back pocket. And I did ask my professor, and it was okay with it because a lot of the stuff from the first semester clinicals, they had to we filled out our hard copies and know how to take a picture and send it and email it to the professors. So it was so easy for me to turn this into digital and just do it that way and fill it out. So if you have a clinical banner, just ask the professor and see if you can turn that digitally because that just saved me a lot. I carry multiple bags because you are not going to have space in a hospital. You're not going to have a locker. You need to be able to put your backpack on the back of your chair, at least for me, unless you want to put it down on the ground, which I don't want to do. So it's usually on the back of my chair, and that just works. And it's not bulky, it's not heavy, and I have my food and what I need. Okay, but I'm gonna show you on my tablet what I'm talking about with turning my stuff digitally. So this is what I did on my iPad, and I'm gonna click on Clinical A because I know it's empty. Rest of these have some stuff on in my notes, but when I click on there, my first page is a blank page. So I'm gonna just write things on there, and then I got a yet a card with instruction of what I need to do to find my medication. I just took a screenshot of the front and the back. That way I have that for every clinical to help me when it comes to pulling my medication out and making sure I have everything I need to give safe medication. And then I have my S bar in here, which is like 2 pages. And then I have my medication sheet, worksheet in here that require me to write every medication I'm giving or working with. I have any kind of notes that I may need in here for nursing school, and each of my classes have a banner in there, and it has just been amazing for me. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to show you a flip through quickly of my planner, what it looked like last semester, and I'm going to show you what it looked or it's going to look like this semester, because I'm just going to fit it out and just show y'all. But this is the only thing I'm changing for this semester. I have a notebook. It's just a blank page that I made, and I'm going to use it to write down all my information that I need to help me retain it. And then behind me, there's a whiteboard for white eraser, and it's just a wall that I got from Home Depot from like $17, and it cut it down, and that worked great as a whiteboard. And as you can see, I have the jugs, side effects, and a consultation. That's what I was in my farm class. I'm going to implement that to writing and studying for that also. So that's the two things I'm going to be adding for new semester. I added that the middle of the semester, and it was great. And I just love that. It was one of the best $17 I have spent for nursing school. Okay, so let me show you what my plan look like, and then I'm going to show you what it look like now. When you open it up, the first thing is schedule. I did remove some of the schedule, but that is my daughter track schedule because they don't have any information, personal information. And this is all my test dates for all my classes, and this is all my assignments for all my classes. It was very tiny, and then this right here is everything I had to do on campus. And then we move forward, I just have my course schedule for all the classes, and basically set up, I print out the course schedule from the college that it gave us. And then I move into my planner. I have the monthly overview that just rest up for the month. And then the next one I have is my weekly overview, where I just break it down by hour for each of the classes. So this is my planner. When you open it up, you get my schedule for my assignment. All the assignment I have done for the semester is due for the semester. I have it up here. The classes, the assignment, and the due date. And there's 6 pages of that. And then I just have my course calendar for each of my subject, and I just label it with a sticky note that I had around. And I like to have my course calendar because it have more details, things in there like the specific concept I need to be studying, while days just have the assignment I need to work on. So I always get that. Okay, so then the next one, this is just the beginning of me planning for my planner. This will be the first of the month, and since I'm just starting out my semester, I cannot really fill these out. Top it as easy, plan, change hard to easy, top it as hard. I don't have that yet, so I just filled out stuff that I need for now. And then flip this over. This is my monthly view. I just caught a code for my classes, and then I just fill them in as for my assignment, depending on what day I'm going to do it on. Even though this right here have my due date, I do not work on assignment when it's due. I work on assignment 2 days before it's due. So that's why even though the class open on the 14th, I have access to my ATI and all these assignments, so I'm going to work on it before it even open, because a lot of these are due either on the 16th or the 17th. And then the next part, this is my hourly layout. This is just me breaking it down farther from days to hour. That way I know what time of the day I'm going to be working on it, because I am a mom and I do work picking kids up and things like that. Everything falls on me or my mom, and she have to plan that in. So I need to plan every hour when I'm going to do stuff. So I just fill that in here. And then this is where I'm doing my first clinicals, and it's going to be nights. I'm switching my clinicals to nights from days. So that means I need to sleep during the day for that. So then the day previous, my clinical, I'm going to stay up all night as long as I can stay up to work on that. That way I'm able to sleep to get ready for my night shift. Thank you so much for sticking around watching the video. If you have any comment, concern, or advice, please put it down in a comment. I am learning and trying to grow, so I'm always going to listen to people's advice on things, even if I don't agree with it. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. Bye.